That's where even with the previous government there was a problem about getting spectrum because there's no transparency in allotment of spectrum. That has nothing to do with the applications are coming in, but the spectrum process takes a very long time because they will say, of course, they do not give it. Nandini Sundar is there in Mustard, they are not given.
So that next.
They don't give because they say they are scared that this radio station will be overrun. So that is the issue. But even there, we are saying you identify people to whom you can give the license and give them protection. You allow community to we are not going to raise anti-national.
In Kashmir, for example, you never allow community radios.
In Jammu there is. In Jammu, in Srinagar also I think there is. In Srinagar also I think there is, but I don't know whether it's an educational station. Maybe an educational.
For example, there is no satellite television licenses that can be granted in Manipur. You have digital TV which runs like satellite TV, no satellite.
But on paper there's nothing Krishna. Okay? Then it's slow, it's slow, the process takes much longer. They have given in Chhattisgarh now. Not in Bastar, they have given in Chhattisgarh. They have given in Jharkhand. It's a slow opening, but they have given. They have given in Jharkhand. To two NGOs they have given in Jharkhand. In Chhattisgarh they have given. For disaster management, I think this community radio is fantastic. If we can have a license to put up a satellite radio and operate it from anywhere, because in a disaster, like it happened in Rudraprayag. In Rudraprayag, I had a friend who was already training the community to handle, a community radio. She had not got a license, but when the floods happened, those people were able to use ham radio sets to rescue people and send out messages. Then they got hold of Anuba Bhosle, who went there and put out, I think BBC carried an item of theirs which they had recorded of people during the last floods in Uttarakhand. So yeah, there is caution, there is slow thing, but I will not say it is happening now. It has happened. You can see where there should be 4,000, there are only 206. And this is both UP and NDA, it's nothing to do with this guy.
I was just asking, given the present Prime Minister's very proactive, communication
on social media,
yeah. Is he and his Man Ki Baat? I mean, he institutionalized his Man Ki Baat and whatever Sunday and stuff like that. But is he going to be open for community actually conversing among, communicating among themselves? Yeah, I mean, or
where he had a town hall. He should be, in community radio also it will be only one way, na? When he is speaking, even if he is putting out a Man Ki Baat, it will still be one way. People may react later on social media or anything. Why should he not? He would like to use community radio also for Man Ki Baat. Yeah, sure.
So, in a lot of recent discussions of communication for social change, people have said that when it comes to developing communication, the entire model has been challenged because the notion of behavioral change, it is thought of that these international organizations, they're coming from outside and they have certain set agenda they kind of impose on the communities. So in that sense, to what extent these the initiatives of community radio are actually empowering for local communities? It's often there are big international organizations, they come with their own goal which is imposed on communities and they have set patterns of
would you call Swachh Bharat an internationally imposed agenda? I don't think so. I think Swachh Bharat, if community can be convinced, if community radio can be convinced, if community can be convinced, it's a slow behavior change. But it is an agenda of our own Prime Minister.
But that's again a very top-down approach. It's not a very bottom-up approach where the community is actually taking some initiative, thinking about change that comes from within rather than like outside a national government or an international organization proposing certain kind of changes for the community.
No, but cleanliness is, I suppose the community also wants cleanliness, no? We want public hygiene, we want cleanliness, we want clean water, we want clean sanitation. And let's look back to our little villages. I'm not saying we had paved roads, but our little villages 50 years ago, they used to clean their own village pond, they used to maintain their surroundings very well. So some values, they are not outside values, it's also values for our good. So I would not say development is not a foreign government agenda, it is also for us. We also need to develop, and we are not telling them that only if you know ABCD and write in English, only then you are literate. Or we're not saying that only if you're literate can you access a community radio. Even they have wisdom and knowledge and culture and music, and we appreciate every one of that, because the diversity of culture, the diversity of knowledge, everything needs to be captured. So I'm not writing off our own thing in Japanese.
Quickly, I was very interested in the talk that you shared in terms of the supremacy of voice and how voice itself. And I think what I like about the simplicity of, as opposed to, I'm a little bit skeptical about social media. We're all talking about social media, right? But I wonder whether the simplicity of voice, like it's possible in radio, perhaps has more potential in some ways to empower people and give sort of a platform for self-expression. But my question is, how did, with the film that was made, how did the people approach makers? How did they approach the community? How did they work with all the different people to get them feel comfortable enough to share these thoughts with us, for them to video, tape, or film? Are you aware?
This video happened after 1 year of them working. They got programs made. Initially they trained them to hold mics and go and meet people. And then they built and they aired the programs on All India Radio. And it all fell within All India Radio guidelines, which means that you talk about development. To say that a panchayat does not have a teacher, and I know a radio station broadcast students making noise in a class without a teacher, saying that in Jharkhand for several days the teacher has not come. The panchayat had to wake up and put a teacher there. So in terms of raising issues of corruption or issues of efficiency or issues of development not reaching, it's very potential, which is what they're scared in Chhattisgarh, because there is also a development angle to this entire thing. So they are worried that development not reaching there is one of the issues about these areas. So in backward areas, people's voices need to be heard. People have a right. You're talking about service delivery, service quality. So they have a right to be heard. If I'm paying, I must get a service. So this film was made after 1 year of working, building confidence in the community that their voices will be transmitted. It was aired on All India Radio, and then they did this film.
There's another friend of ours who's experimenting quite successfully in Chhattisgarh. That is Subhanshu Chaudhary with the
Community radio.
Yeah, so what he does is that he's done a mix of community radio and cell phone. It's not a smartphone, but just a cell phone. Called it Radio Bultu. And so all they have to do is basically they just they record a voice and they transmit it to a central station, and they so action oriented entirely development. So it's basically electric pole has been blown up for whatever number of weeks, so that gets work. So it's like slightly different from what video volunteers try to do. But my fight with Stalin and Jessica, or with Shubhranshu or anybody, is that we are creating all these models without sustainability in mind.
That's true.
Even the normal newsroom media structure has crumbled, because we never thought about a revenue model. We always assumed that we were going to get money, and now we are out of jobs. So we don't have.
And money has many dangers. I honestly, we talk about democratization of media and cross-media ownership limitations, because we really don't want control in few hands. And I was quite surprised in the last consultation just a week ago. There's an organization called MARA which has done study of proxy ownership of community radio stations. They have come up and who is funding them? Because when financial sustainability comes into an issue, then who is funding them? So they have Tata Trust, they have Reliance, they have the same people who are in some terms controlling also your television or your radio or the print media. So all this, we as policy makers also have to take care if we are really for democratization. We have to ensure that there are no proxy ownership. So when financial sustainability comes into account, to sustain themselves, people will look for funds. So is there an agenda when funds are given? Yeah, it's true, and it's sustainability, and really we have to think, especially with community voices, we want them to be heard. We want people to participate, to air their grievances, to be able to listen to them. So how do you sustain that is a big question. Do we want to smother their voices or put them all onto a stereotype? But social media does offer multiplication of community radio in the sense that you can amplify this onto a social media platform to reach the more urban thing, to kind of streamline the whole thing. So amplification is possible through, for instance, I know a group who is doing videos and audios of farmers. This is also young boys who has done a startup. They make a farmer explain the farm practice to another farmer. They videotaped it and they put it on an SD card and they distribute it. They put it on a mobile app and send it to farmers who are, cultivating, let's say, quinoa or cultivating. So there are people who use this audio, video and bypass the spectrum and put it on a mobile platform. And so the thing is that smartphone should be available to farmers with whom you are trying to reach that message. So social media does offer convergence and possibilities of taking it further. But it's not a replacement. I would still not call it a replacement.
Does community radio come under the CSR budget?
Government CSR budgets can't be
for
used.
corporates.
Corporates cannot give the budgets
For this.
community radio, but Tata Trust has funded the community development. They didn't fund the programming. The building of the capacity they funded. Tata Trust in 2 stations.
The tower and
No, the capacity building, working. You see, they send somebody to train people in audio, to operate a studio, to do editing, get software,
Training.
that kind of a thing.
More of training.
The various ways of actually
Entering
say
even
for example FCRA money cannot come to journalists. So as a journalist, if FCRA can't come to me, but if I show myself as a trainer, then I get the FCRA money. So these are little which policy makers.
What about this initial establishment cost, like 15-16 lakhs? For that, can CSR funding come in?
CSR is not used, but many MPs, LAD scheme ke under they have created the studio out of that. The MPs, they get that local area development fund and things like that. So in terms of infrastructure building, they are allowed to build infrastructure. So they have, some of them have taken. But I know people who have done jugaad with the studio in the sense that you get the foam cushions and create soundproof barriers.
Does this run on FM or video?
FM.
On FM. And the name Lokvani, is it universal across
No,
the country? Like Akashvani?
No. Each radio station has its own. The Mewat, there are 2 stations. One is called Mewat Radio, the other one is called Alfazi Mewat. And Gurgaon, there's one, it's called Gurgaon Ki Awaaz. The IMC is called Apna Radio. They develop their own tagline, their own.
So the Lokvani one was very.
That was. They developed it. They have a studio now.
And what are your views about political market on community radio? So let's say the community.
Not allowed. No, this is not allowed yet. There's a public interest litigation in the Supreme Court. Let's see what happens.
Not even the local news. So what happens here?
Like, what is local news? That an accident or a cycle that nobody will object. What happens is.
FM doesn't allow.
Yeah.
You said that your university can apply for a community.
Yeah, they can.
Now, then how the establishment cost is going to be like the
Bruce,
university.
typically the university covers it.
From the-
Typically the university covers it. Anna Radio, as part of their electronic and communication department, they built the studio, so they get some practical experience and
Through the
So yeah,
university
so
department.
the educational department, educational institutions generally fund it out of the student money or the fees, the lab fees that they collect and things like that.
JSGC can consider.
Yeah, Hyderabad.
But it is
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
It's interesting. Lot of stations have opened. Some of them are doing very good work. There's a Radio Media Village in Kerala which is doing very good work with Fisher community. Chanderi Ki Awaaz is doing very good work with the Weaver community in Chanderi. Because Chanderi, really the weaving is going up and down, so they're doing a lot of work. They have a lot of culture related to weaving that gets broadcast on the radio. Yes.
Thank you, yes sir. Thank you for
Oh, the
this.
audience is really good.
Please.
I hope